So this is another movie review. This one's called Kidnapped, 1971. This is going to be a rated G AIP movie with Michael Caine and Donald Pleasence. It was written by Robert Louis Stevens based on Kidnapped and David Balfour. It takes place in 1775 Scotland during the Jacobite Rebellion. 18-year-old David Balfour comes to Donald Pleasence castle where it looks like he's squalling, and tries to murder him. Then he turns him into a white slave. Michael Caine's ship crashes into the indentured servant's ship. They wash ashore and they become buddies. And even though one's a Highlander and the other one's a Lowlander, they got all these political factions and families and clans. You got the Campbells and the Stewarts. And then you got King Charles, the Redcoats. So they go to his Michael Caine's cousin's house. They're walking amongst the heather. People say that the Scottish scenery is the reason to watch this. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. I thought it was boring as heck. The David Balfour character was kind of admirable for sticking to his principles, but it was rather impractical for him because he was essentially signing his own death warrant. When they go to the castle, a bunch of redcoats attack, and then Michael Caine's cousin, who wants to make peace, he doesn't want to use guns anymore. He said there's too much bloodshed already, so he starts burying his guns, and he gets shot, and we think he's killed, but actually he's still alive, and he gets blamed for shooting the other redcoat person. And so his daughter's devastated. She thinks he's dead, but they find out that he's still alive, and David Balfour wants to testify that he didn't kill anybody. He was a witness. He was standing right next to him, and the dude was unarmed the whole time. So, unfortunately, when he goes to the I forget what the guy's called, the Lord something. When he goes to the big political chief guy, let me just put it to you that way. Now this is bothering me. I gotta look it up. The guy's protecting the redcoats, and he doesn't like divine kings or something. But I'm not sure that his king is any better than the Stuart king. I'm sorry to say. Stuart clan. Lord Advocate, that's the name. Sorry, Lord Advocate is the name. So he's telling Lord Advocate all the evidence. The Lord Advocate isn't interested. He's not writing it down. He wants the steward dude to die, even though he's innocent, for political reasons and for the good of the state. Under the non-divine right King Charles, or whatever his name is. King Charles, who was no saint himself. I'm not sure any of these kings from the 18th century are any good, but anyways. David Balfour decides to testify on behalf of the defense. So that's what I mean why he's going to get hanged along with the Stewart dude. Because the Lord Advocate doesn't want him to present any evidence. He just wants to maintain the status quo with the corrupt king there. So the ending was really disappointing. You have to sort of fill in the blanks. Everything happens so fast. You can sort of figure out what's going on if you use your imagination, but not a fun movie. It was made for television originally, but then it got a bunch of screenings in the movie theaters. I thought it was boring. Robert Louis Stevenson. I'm not a big fan of his storytelling that have been translated into movies. I like Treasure Island. I like the concept of Treasure Island. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, of course. That's a great story, and he's ranked just behind Charles Dickens as the 26th most translated author in the world. So there you have it. I just couldn't get into this. All the political squabblings, I could really care less. I think both sides are corrupt, quite honestly. I don't think one king is better than the other. But that's just my 2 cents, worth nothing after inflation. A lot of times when they got rid of the Stuart family, the next king was worse, or repeated the same mistakes, I should say. So, anyways, I'm not big up on 18th century British history, but this one didn't help me fill in the blanks either. It's just kind of neutral. And Michael Caine said it was his least favorite performance, by the way. So even Michael Caine didn't like this flick. Laters.